Former Prime Minister Scott Morrison is one of multiple public figures whose data has allegedly been caught up in a Twitter hack affecting more than 400 million users. An alleged hacker has claimed they'll sell the private data unless Twitter pays a ransom of $300,000. Mr Morrison's parliamentary email address, along with his username and phone number linked to his Twitter account, were included in the data dump posted on a forum used by hackers. Former US President Donald Trump and Sky News host Piers Morgan have also been allegedly stung by the security breach. For more on this, we're joined live now by tech editor Stephen Fenech. Stephen, great to be with you. How did former Prime Minister Scott Morrison get caught up in this?
Yeah, good morning, Gab. This was a scrape or another name for a data breach. So the cybercriminal claims to have more than 400 million credentials of Twitter users, past and present. And Twitter's, of course, a well-known platform for all celebrities and politicians, and I think it's a rich vein to mine if you're a cyber criminal, because there is that value in that data. That's the currency of cyber criminals. These masses of data. The fact that it does include people like Scott Morrison, Piers Morgan, and countless other celebrities allegedly has made this data quite valuable. I'm surprised they're only asking for $300,000 for this data, considering the value and the quality of the data they've downloaded. So it's interesting to see how this one's going to turn out. I don't think Twitter's going to pay the ransom. I'd be very surprised if they do. Elon Musk is yet to respond.
Okay, so waiting for Elon Musk to respond. What sort of consequences do you think Twitter would be looking at?
Well, for number one, they face a fine. They face quite a hefty fine of more than $20 million because of this data breach. And the cyber criminal is actually savvy enough to know this. The cyber criminal said that you either pay me the $300 or you're going to face a $20 million fine anyway. So that's consequence number one. Consequence number two is what's going to happen to that data? If you're a Twitter user right now, what do you need to do? I'd recommend having two-factor authentication activated, because they claim that no passwords were breached, but it's not hard for a cyber criminal if you've got a pretty simple password to crack your password anyway. So I think, we're waiting for the other shoe to drop here, waiting for Elon Musk to respond. Whether he does or not, we don't know. And also waiting to see what Twitter's going to do. It's not usually the way. It's not usually the thing to do is to pay cyber criminals in these situations, because they're criminals. You can't trust what they're going to say, whether they'll just release the data anyway. But I think it'd be wise if you are a Twitter user right now to check your account, make sure that nothing's amiss. I understand Piers Morgan's account was hacked. I don't know whether that was a coincidence, whether it happened at this because of this breach or just at the same time. But be sure to check your password, check you have got two-factor authentication activated.
We've just seen so many hacks this year. Is it almost certain that there are going to be more next year?
Well, data is a very valuable thing. We've seen that already with the Optus hack and Medibank Private. So that's what's bought and sold on the dark web. That's just masses of data, because that's not only used to try to piece together people's identity and potentially steal their identity, but also it's used to really hone phishing emails. So if there's enough detail that someone can send you a fake email, if there's enough detail about you, where you live, about your email address, all these factors, you're more likely to believe that is a real email rather than being a fake email. That's the other thing we whether you're an Optus customer, Medibank Private, or now Twitter, that's something we really need to consider. Expect more phishing emails, more detailed and sophisticated phishing emails to head your way, with all this information that may lead you to think it's real. So it just made that job even harder because of that data that's out there.
Stephen Fenech, we have to leave it there. Appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.